Okay, let's go.
In a vast world of coin collecting, there's one small coin that many overlook, a coin you've probably held in your hand or tossed into a jar without a second thought. But what if I told you that this very penny might be hiding a secret, a mystery, a potential treasure? Welcome, fellow collectors and curious minds. Today, we embark on a journey into the past, into the coppery glow of the 1955 D. Lincoln Wheat penny. It all begins amid 1950s America. The country was rising from the shadows of World War II. The economy was booming. Suburbs were expanding. Black and white televisions flickered across living rooms. Elvis Presley echoed from radios, and optimism filled the air. During this cultural golden age, the Denver Mint quietly struck more than 563 million Lincoln Wheat pennies. Each one bore the familiar bust of Abraham Lincoln on the front, with two wheat stalks standing proudly on the back. And right beneath the date, a small D, the mark of the Denver Mint. To most people, these coins were nothing special, just loose change. But seasoned collectors know the truth. Not all pennies are created equal. The 1955 D. Lincoln cent is the perfect example. Yes, it was mass-produced. Yes, it's common in circulation. But when you find one in uncirculated, high mint state, especially with vibrant red luster graded MS-66 or MS-67, it transforms from pocket change to a rare beauty, highly sought after by collectors. Let's take a closer look at this coin. It's 95% copper, 5% tin, and zinc. Weighs about 3.11 grams, measures 19.05 millimeters, and has a smooth edge. At first glance, ordinary. But under a magnifying glass, its secrets begin to surface. One of the most fascinating features of the 1955 D penny is the RPM, repunched mint mark. Back then, mint marks were applied by hand, and sometimes they weren't aligned perfectly. This caused the second D to show faintly behind the first. When found in high condition, these RPMs can be worth a fortune. One certified MS-66 red RPM coin sold for nearly $2,000 at auction. Yes, you heard that right. A penny worth almost $2,000. That's what happens when rarity meets perfection. But that's not all. Other 1955 D errors include die chips, small blobs of metal near the letters or Lincoln's face. Some show die cracks, with a metal mold fractured slightly, leaving sharp lines across the surface. And even more intriguing, clash dies. That's when the dies strike each other without a coin in between, leaving eerie impressions behind. And here's something most people don't know. While the famous 1955 Doubled Die came from the Philadelphia Mint, there's also a minor Doubled Die Obverse from Denver. It's subtle, but if you look closely at Liberty or In God We Trust, you might catch the doubling. These small details, these tiny flaws, they are what turn a common coin into something extraordinary. So what's it worth? In worn, circulated condition, maybe 10 cents to $1. But step up to MS-63 red, and you're at $5 to $10. MS-65? That's $50. MS-66? You're in the $100 to $200 range. An RPM in MS-66 or higher. That could be $1,100 or more. And MS-67 plus examples with perfect color and almost no marks, those have reached $4,500 at auction. Why would anyone pay thousands for a penny? Because for collectors, it's not just a coin. It's the thrill of discovery, the rush of finding something rare. It's history preserved in copper. For some, it's nostalgia, maybe a coin their grandfather once saved. For others, it's hope, the belief that hidden treasure might still be out there in change jars or old drawers. So, next time you go through your loose change or open that old family coin box, look closely at the 1955 D penny. Check for doubling. Check the mint mark. Tilt it under a light. Look for the tiniest clue that you might have something special. Because the truth is, that plain old penny in your hand, it might not be so plain after all. And if you find something, send it to be graded. Let the professionals take a look. Because what looks like a penny today could be a treasure tomorrow. In the world of coin collecting, every detail matters. In the 1955 Lincoln wheat penny, it's a perfect example of how mystery, history, and value can hide in plain sight. So, are you ready to start your search? Happy hunting, fellow collectors. The 1956 Lincoln wheat penny, no mint mark, a copper coin with a timeless legacy. In the quiet shuffle of spare change, some coins whisper stories of the past, of political change, economic growth, and everyday lives that shaped a nation. The 1956 Lincoln wheat penny, without a mint mark, is one such coin. At first glance, it may appear common, worn, and unremarkable. But delve deeper, and you'll discover that this humble cent holds more than just copper. It holds a rich chapter in American numismatic history. A glimpse into the era, America in 1956. To truly appreciate the 1956 penny, we must travel back to the heart of 1950s America. President Dwight D. Eisenhower was in office, rock and roll was revolutionizing music, and a post-war generation was building homes, buying cars, and watching televisions in record numbers. Amid this surge of optimism and progress, millions of Americans used coins like the 1956 penny in their daily transactions. This was also a time when the U.S. Mint was steadily producing billions of coins each year to meet the growing needs of a booming economy. One of the most frequently struck coins during this time was the Lincoln wheat cent, a design first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Design and composition, a tribute to Lincoln. The 1956 penny belongs to the Wheat Penny series, officially known as the Lincoln wheat cent. Its obverse front features the iconic bust of Abraham Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner, whose initials VDB had once sparked controversy in 1909 when they originally appeared prominently on the reverse. By 1918, they had been subtly restored under Lincoln's shoulder. On the reverse side, two stylized wheat ears frame the words 1 cent and United States of America, with E pluribus unum above, Latin and for out of many one. This wheat design ran from 1909 until 1958, after which it was replaced by the Lincoln Memorial reverse starting in 1959. The 1956 wheat penny is composed of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, weighs about 3.11 grams, and measures 19.05 millimeters in diameter with a plain edge. The no mint mark mystery. If you look closely at the 1956 penny and see no mint mark under the date, don't be alarmed. That simply means the coin was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, which at that time did not use a mint mark on cents. This differentiates it from the 1956 deep penny, which was struck at the Denver Mint and bears a small D beneath the date. The Philadelphia Mint produced 420,745,000 of these no mint mark pennies in 1956. While that number is substantial, it's much smaller than modern penny mintages, which can number in the billions, giving this coin a bit more appeal among collectors of classic-era coins. Why it's still collected today. The 1956 no mint mark penny may not be rare in circulated condition, but remains highly collectible because it's one of the last wheat pennies ever made. The design ended in 1958. It's part of a beloved series with deep historical significance. It can occasionally be found in high grades with exceptional red luster, MS65 and above. It's known for some intriguing errors and die varieties. Let's explore those in more detail. Valuable errors and varieties in the 1956 penny. Error coins are like Easter eggs for collectors, accidental anomalies that increase a coin's desirability and value. The 1956 no mint mark penny has a few such surprises. Repunched mint mark, RPM, rare for 1956p. Although RPMs are more common in Denver minted coins, like the 1950-60, there are minor die varieties for the Philadelphia coins too, such as subtle doubled lettering or date anomalies, though extremely rare and harder to identify without magnification. Die Cracks und die Chips. Over time, minting dies wear out or develop cracks. When this happens, Pennies like the 1956 cent can show raised lines, die cracks, or small lumps of metal, die chips, in unexpected places, especially near Liberty or Lincoln's eyes. Some collectors affectionately refer to certain die chips as cuds or blobs. These errors don't always carry huge premiums, but they make for fun finds and can be worth $5 to $25 or more depending on condition and severity. BI error. One of the most fun and popular errors to look for in 1956 pennies is the BI error. This occurs when a die chip forms between the B and E in Liberty, making it appear as if there's an extra letter I, hence BI. These are minor die chips, but collectors love them. Depending on the size and visibility, BI errors can sell for $5 to $50. Coin values. What is the 1956 penny worth today? While this coin is not considered rare, condition is everything in the world of coin grading. Here's a basic breakdown of its market value as of 2025. Heavily circulated, 5 to 15 cents. Lightly circulated, 20 to 50 cents. Uncirculated, MS61 to $2. MS63 red, $3 to $6. MS65 red, $10 to $15. MS66 red, $25 to $40. MS67 red, $150 to $300 plus. High-end, perfectly preserved coins in MS67 red or better can occasionally sell for over $500 if certified by PCGS or NGC. Tips for collectors. Spotting a valuable 1956 penny. If you're searching through old coin rolls, pocket change, or inherited coin jars, keep these tips in mind. Color matters. Red coins with original mint luster are more valuable than brown or toned examples. Check for errors. Use a 10x magnifier to look for BI errors, die cracks, or doubling. Get it graded. If you find a flawless example, consider submitting it to a third-party grading service. Keep it dry and clean. Store in coin flips or holders and never clean your coins. Cleaning ruins numismatic value. Why the 1956 penny still matters. The 1956 no-mint Mark Lincoln wheat cent is a bridge between eras. It represents the final years of the beloved wheat design before the Lincoln Memorial took its place. It's a window into mid-century America, into the skill of mint workers, and into the hands of the millions of people who used this coin during one of the most dynamic decades in U.S. history. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a curious beginner, the 1956 Lincoln penny without a mint mark deserves your attention. It may be small, but it's packed with legacy, intrigue, and in some cases, hidden value. Final thought. Next time you're digging through a pile of old change or sorting inherited coins, don't overlook the 1956 wheat penny. Its simple design hides decades of history. And perhaps, if you're lucky, a rare error or a near-perfect specimen that's worth far more than 1 cent. Happy collecting!